Hey, this is Tim at the Atlanta Regional at McEachern High School, and I'm here with two of the stars on the firmament that is Paramount. How's that?
That's funny.
Great.
I'll have to look that word up later.
Rick Subel, how are you?
I'm doing great, Tim.
And I have a marcher here, and your name is?
My name's Thomas Funk.
Thomas, how are you?
I'm doing great, thank you.
How many years have you been in Paramount?
This is my 5th year.
So we have to start with this amazing outfit you're wearing.
Yes.
Like this is so. I know you're like still getting ready and putting it together,
but it's okay.
So what is? Oh. Check it out, everybody. Oh, I want one of these. I want one of these hoods. I do want to try it on now, Rick. So tell me about, why are you wearing this? Tell me about the show.
Well, our show this year is called The House of Paramount, and it is a conglomeration of like everything that Paramount has been about since the start of it in 2011. So the show tackles a lot of ideas about like acceptance and loving yourself and finding a place that you can call home and really embrace your identity and be who you are. But it's also about Paramount and about what Paramount stands for. And the show goes through a whole roller coaster of emotions, starting with like a more abstract idea, and then it goes into a more like exciting, fun thing, and then it gets really emotional, and it kind of takes you on that journey of like what it's like to discover yourself and your identity as a person.
Okay, so Rick, this is a good message, and like this is what Winterguard's all about. It's part of the marching activity. It's about being accepted, being part of a family, finding yourself, all this.
It is, and I know that we know that, and I think, for a lot of groups we call ourselves family, but in the larger scope of the community, I think, and myself included, it was a place that I was able to find myself in acceptance and to be truly who I was and explore, my creative talents, but coming from a small town of 200 people, and here I am in this world, this larger world, and connections with people and living this great life. And it's all about skills, and we're working really hard. And yeah, we're all trying to have these great shows, but you look at the students today and they're just so connected to each other, doing something great and positive on the weekends. And it's just such a truly remarkable, safe space for them to be able to know who they are and not only just grow and exhibit that talent, but grow and exhibit those great personality traits too. I'm super proud of the show. Like Thomas said, it is a look back on a lot of things for us, but just this year especially highlighting the talent and the range of the performers. I mean, they're something special, and they've invested a lot of time into the organization. There's a ton of vets in the group, and they just are miraculous. And the show, like he said, is dynamic and it's fun, and it touches on all those broad ranges of the high end thrill down to the low intimacy and introspective emotions of what that means to be searching for something in the world and not necessarily finding it where you think you would find it, but you miraculously find it in something special that you are a part of helping create.
Wow, it's fantastic. So what in the world of Paramount makes you feel accepted and like you can be yourself and really express yourself? Or Winterguard in general, say.
All of it. I mean, I grew up in this activity. I started doing color guard when I was like 2. So to me, it's always been a huge, really?
Really? Like 2?
Yeah, like actually 2. There's
so how did that
pictures of me,
happen?
like,
Tell me how that happened.
My mom did color guard. She marched Crossman for 6 years, and she just took me along with her to rehearsals when I was a baby, and I just learned from watching and done it ever
What was the first thing you started spinning?
I first picked up a flag when I was 2.
Was it like a small size toddler
a whole
flag?
6 foot.
Really?
Pole. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, I picked it up and looked through the silk, and I was like, whoa. Yeah.
So you have been doing this your whole life.
Yeah. Yeah, I have. But
that's amazing.
Yeah, color guard for me, it's saved my life multiple times. It's taught me how to really love and accept myself for who I am, and it's really allowed me to feel like I'm a part of something really special. And Paramount has played a really big part in that.
Well, Paramount is something really special. So, do you feel like a rock star when you're like, hey, I'm in Paramount? And do you get treated like that? I hope.
Yes.
I mean, because this is like an elite moment for you, and you're a part of this group. And I try to remind people, not everybody gets to be in a guard like Paramount.
No.
this is pretty cool.
It's incredible.
Do you soak that up?
Every second. It's something that I am extremely grateful for. It's extremely humbling just to walk in a room and have people go oh my God, there's Thomas, and it's an incredible experience, and it's really fun to be able to give back to something that I've poured my absolute everything into. So
is this facial hair something you always wear, or is this something special for the show?
Oh, I always have it.
Really? It's very, because I get comments on my gigantic Muppet-sized goatee sometimes, and so I wonder, is this just your look? You always have this sort of...
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. It's good. It works on you. I'm just asking because...
Thank you.
And, of course, you're beard is legendary.
See how it's
So-
doing
It's a
now.
part of the house.
It's looking
you know?
yeah. So we have like lots of variations of facial hair going on today.
Yeah.
But so you didn't say like everybody have facial hair for the show or something. That was not.
No, I mean it's a lot of be yourself, even down to the makeup. You know, it's what you're comfortable in. It's even with the work that Byron and Fred J. Miller have done with the costuming. You know, it's a gender mixing situation where it's finding something that everyone feels empowered and special in, and they get to really be themselves.
And I love that. Yeah. A lot of good messages going on here. So why do you go to all the trouble to do this? I mean, clearly it's been your whole life. What's the hardest thing about it for you?
The hardest thing is probably the physicality of it. It's very demanding, but it's very rewarding at the same time. I mean, I do it because I love it. I've never done color guard for any other reason. I just love this activity. And
Okay, so somebody's watching and they know how demanding it is on their body. What do you do to take care of your body to help you be able to do this? What's a tip you'd give somebody?
a lot of stretching, a lot of water, a lot of foam rollers. Foam rollers have saved my life.
I'm a big fan of that too.
They are incredible.
Yeah.
They
You check that out.
I call it my chiropractor.
Yeah. No, I do spend some time with my foam roller on a daily basis. Yes.
It helps
We're
a lot.
very good friends.
Me too.
Yeah, I love that. Okay. And then what's the best part? Like, what's your favorite thing?
There's so many parts.
Like some people it's like rehearsal, some people's performance, some people's being with your friends. Like what? Like
can I say all of it? I mean, it's hard to choose one. I think performing is a huge reason why I keep doing this. I love to perform. Have my whole life. But I love standing in a technique block, and I love getting to share the floor with my friends. I love getting to share this experience with them, and it's super incredible to just stand in a room with so many talented people and know that everybody shares that same kind of passion for the activity that you dedicate your life to.
Very cool. And you're giving a lot of young people a fantastic experience. It's a lot of work. Worth it?
Yeah, oh, absolutely. I mean, you look at them.
For me to ask him if it's
Well, no,
worth
I mean,
it,
and
but,
you look at them and you see a talent like Thomas, and then he's also teaching a group that's made finals this weekend, and you're watching them build up programs in the area. And, I mean, it's just,
it's big.
It's a neat thing. I don't know how long we're all in this for the rest of our lives, but, hopefully that's something that you pass down to them. It's not only just how to be great at it, but the love for it, the same way that we all learn to love it too.
So what's your advice for somebody that's out there? They want to have a guard as great as Paramount. They want to be a designer at your level. What's your advice you'd tell them?
You got to take the highs and you got to take the lows. You have to know who you are. You have to know what you want to say. You have what's your why is a big one. Why are you still doing this? What do you hope to get out of this? The specificity of the choices that you make and what you want to say as an artist, and to not give up on any performer, on any kid. Even down to the beginner level. That the 1,000 times you tell somebody something and it doesn't click, it might be the 1,001 time that actually does make it click and make a lasting impression. And I think once you get a student to find that love and passion for it, the rest just takes care of itself.
Do you feel like you're able to share your passion with those students that you're now teaching?
Oh yeah, they're my everything. Where
are you teaching?
I teach at Fayette County High School.
Oh, how lucky kids!
Yeah, they're amazing. It's so cool to I've only ever done this because I love it, and so I get to walk into a space with them every day that I go there, and they're there spinning before I even walk in the door, and they love this activity as much as I do, and it's really cool, like Rick said, that you get to share that with somebody, and you get to give that to somebody, and it's a really special experience, especially me, doing this my whole life. All I've ever wanted was to give back to it, and now I get to do that, and it's really special, and I really care about them a lot, and I love them a lot, and happy they made finals.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Big time. Rick, I just did a webinar with the wonderful Courtney Allison Mills the other day, and we were talking about performance psychology, and her main thing was when you stand in front of a group, be yourself, be your authentic self, share your passion with them, be willing to be a little crazy and act whatever to get them to feel safe. So what do you say to somebody about that? Some people have a hard time just really being themselves because they're worried about what somebody might think.
Along with the passions, you get the obsessive tendencies to want to dig into something, and then you stop looking at the performers as the humans there. They're the model of getting what that thing is supposed to do to the level that you want to do it to. And, when you find yourself in those moments, you have to step back and take a breath and go, okay, I'm working with moldable human clay here, and I have to connect with them on a personal level. Right. Finding the time to reach them as people, and, sometimes it might not be what you want it to be, and to express that disappointment in a way that says, I respect you in this process, but let's step it up and let's do it better. And I'm a part of that as well, knowing that, these are the goals that we want to get done today. And if we didn't, then I'm also a part of that too. And you can't just, put the blame on them. They're working as hard as they can. I mean, just by the nature of showing up every single time is the dedication and commitment that's already there. So you just can't give up on it, you know, but also just kind of keep yourself in check. The what's your why are you doing this always kind of helps put that into perspective.
Thomas, how do you make sure your students know how much you're caring and working for them?
I tell it to them every time.
Really?
Yeah, I tell it to
that's
them a lot.
awesome.
Well, I mean, why wouldn't I? You know, if I feel like if I love something and I care about it, I want them to know that. And I want them to know that I love and care about them. And I've worked really hard to create an environment with them where they know that they can be accepted and loved, and basically taking what Rick has taught me and applying it to my own groups. And yeah.
That's awesome. Guys, thank you for taking time to talk to me. Can't wait to see the show in person today.
Thank you.
Very excited about it. The House of Paramount.
Yes.
I love it. Thank you, guys.
Thank you
really
so much.
appreciate it.